Let me see if I'm in the right one. Yes. Sorry, I had to get bigger zip ties and I couldn't, and I was trying to make these smaller ones work and it wasn't working. I couldn't, they wouldn't fit around. They fit around the arms and not the legs, so, and not the neck. So I have to go in the basement and look for them. And then I said, oh my gosh, it's so late. I'm really late. I didn't realize that I got really involved. Okay. So I'll look for some zip ties, bigger ones later. Anyway, so what happened today? Lori Vallow got sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences. She made this crazy statement, first quoting the Bible and then basically not taking any blame and saying that JJ, Tylee, and Tammy are all living such wonderful lives. You know, it's so much better, and she can't wait, you know, to live that kind of life. Then why'd she didn't take, you know, why'd she take the death penalty off the table? Why, you know, I don't know. It was really bad. The judge started off, a lot of people thought he was giving her a pass, but then he laid into her, and and then she was sentenced, and that was it. The victim's impact statements, they were interrupted so many times. We covered it live. If you missed it, you can watch the replay. But she's got charges in Maricopa County in Arizona, and that's regarding Charles Vallow. So that'll be the next thing after this. She can appeal, of course. So that is that. And then let's see what else. Let me make sure I'm in live chat. Then Heuermann Rex is due in court tomorrow. I hope I'm in the right live. Please tell me I'm in the right live. Can you guys see me? Something's wrong. Oh, I'm in the wrong live. What the heck is going on? I don't know, this stupid Streamlabs. Am I in the right live? They're so busy, yeah. Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? Okay. It's so messed up. I can't see. There's just like a circle going around and it's saying excellent connection, but there's no picture on the screen. And I can see you talking, but your chat stopped at 120. The last chat I have is Kevin saying, to Scooter. This is so crazy. It's just totally stopped. It's totally blank. So anyway, Jimmy
Debbie to Scooter Chic.
Oh, is she gonna tell me now that you can't hear me? What's up? You can't hear me? Oh, okay. I can't see anybody. Okay. All right, bye. All right, she says that you see me. I can't see her. Jimmy's telling me that I'm going to need a new computer. That's what he says. He says this computer's 4 years old, and I don't understand why I do, because Ray built it with like so far ahead of its time that people probably don't even have this stuff in it, but it's given me a lot of problems. So I don't know. I'm going to try to see if I can. I did something to see, like, you know, the defrag and all that stuff. They said everything was fine with that. It's just given me a lot of issues. Okay, now I may be able, I have a black screen. Now the chat is finally moving a little bit. And come on. Come on. It's not going to let me see it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So there's a girl named, I guess, Alicia Watts who's missing, and her boyfriend is named person of interest. Let me just close some windows here. I don't even have a lot of windows open. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about Rex Heuermann. His estranged wife says her children cried themselves to sleep. His wife, Asa Ellerup, says her anxiety is like through the roof. Her children cry themselves to sleep. She did an interview with the New York Post. She's 59, and she detailed the anxiety that she and her family have felt. So she did an exclusive interview with the Post. She said that she spent, that what is left of their Long Island home is a complete wreck. Investigators spent 12 days ripping up the Massapequa Park home in search of evidence in the alleged murders. The damage is so bad, she doesn't even have a bed to sleep in. She said she woke up in the middle of the night shivering from anxiety. Her children cry themselves to sleep. I mean, they're not children, they're grown adults, but they're my children, and my son has developmental disabilities, and he cried himself to sleep. She continued about the emotional toll this stunning case has had on her kids. Her daughter, Victoria Heuermann, meanwhile, has expressed feeling not human in the wake of the mess left behind. Let's see here. The police ripped up part of the bathroom. They removed part of the tub, the tile floor. Let's see here. Is this, let me see if this is the, okay. So, wow, okay. Ellerup's lawyer, Bob Macedonio, chimed in. She meant what they've done to them and the family is not even human. They were just complete animals. They treated them like animals. So this is part of the home. Looks like it was the kitchen. Let me see. I'm going to pull this over. Yeah, it looks like the kitchen. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, so yeah, white cabinets above. It looks like blue cabinets below. It looks like a wood countertop. Here's a KitchenAid mixer turned over on the side. Here's the stove. Boxes all over. Roller skates. Here's another. This looks like maybe the basement. Coming up there, it looks like there's games there. Suitcase, a treadmill. Some of those plastic totes. The family has had to dig through the rubble just to find a chair. The damaged bathtub in the bathroom. So it doesn't look like I mean, the kitchen looked like it had been updated recently. I mean, the bathroom here, I mean, the tile and everything looks clean. I had heard like it was kind of a shambles, but it doesn't appear, they cut this part of the tub out, but that tile is all like subway tile. It appeared clean. They took out the tile floor. So what they were looking for there, I don't know. They're looking for something that maybe because the bathroom was newer, they thought he hid something under there. I don't know. Now, I don't know what just happened to my... Well, that's good, isn't it? Hang on. What the freak is going on here? Oh my gosh. Hold on a minute, guys. Close all windows. Just close them all. Close them all, please. Hold on, I have to restart this Chrome. Let me restart this because it's just not working out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with this computer. I'm going to try to update all the drivers and everything and see if that does anything. I think everything gets updated though. I don't know. Just it's being crazy. Alright, I'm just going to start all the way over here. Give me a minute. I'm not going to open anything that I had open. I'm just going to open it myself over here. Okay. Come on. This is fun, right? Okay, I'm back in the live chat. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Okay, that's great. Let me go over here. Sorry about this, guys. I am going to get right on this. Let's go back. We'll try to do this again. So she said, let's go back to 3 days ago. She's been talking to the New York Post. She filed for divorce earlier in July. She was spotted outside the house the first time Friday for the second day running after investigators ended an exhaustive search of the property. If you want to take pictures, go ahead. I'm okay with it now, she told reporters. If you want to stand up here and wait for something, I have a lot of work to do. The sheer depression of what I saw was enough trauma It wasn't immediately clear what his estranged wife was referring to. When asked by a reporter Friday afternoon if she would be interested in a GoFundMe that one of her friends had apparently been trying to set up for her, she responded, "Yeah, it would be very helpful." So this is his soon to be estranged wife and 2 children, 26-year-old Victoria and Christopher Sheridan, joined their mother on the porch that day. The house looks, these are like, aren't these like jalousie windows or something? Looks like a bit of a shambles outside like this, but inside, like we just saw, it looked like they had done the kitchen and the bathroom. I don't know. So the estranged wife sat on the front porch throughout the afternoon, appearing to wear some blue jeans and a green t-shirt that she wore the day earlier when she screamed at reporters and flipped off a camera. At one point, the 2 children joined her on the porch. Macedonio and Duncan LLP is representing Ellerup in the divorce. She said her family, they're going through the most devastating time in their lives. Neither the estranged wife or the children have visited Rex while he's been spending the last 2 weeks that he's been in jail in Suffolk County. Let's see what else. Okay, now let's go back to where we were when they were. There's another thing about him, that he possibly had a female who lured victims, said lawyer. Investigators are searching for ties that they think he could have had a female accomplice who could have lured the women. Okay, let me go back to the he's only been visited in jail from his attorney. Okay, so let's go to the exclusive interview. We were at the bathroom. Okay, here's another look at the piles of boxes. Right there. So let's see. His estranged wife, Ellerup, said that even though the house seems unlivable, it's the only thing I got. We did get another chair out from the basement and upstairs so me and my son can sit and talk. He's so distraught and doesn't understand, and as a mother, I have no answers for him. But I said, we're together. That's really what matters right now, that you and me, we're sitting here and we'll get through this. Ellerup says her son is special needs, the 33-year-old, and that her 26-year-old daughter, Victoria, they were suddenly forced out of their ranch-style home after the hulking architect was arrested and charged on July 13th with these grisly cold case murders. Let's see what else she says. Okay, so the lawyer representing his soon-to-be ex-wife was blindsided by her husband's arrest. She was in complete shock, completely caught by surprise, her lawyer says. Images from inside the home, exclusively shared by the Post, show a disheveled nightmare with boxes strewn about and piled up high. One photo shows a piece of the bathtub cut out and a chunk of the tile floor that's missing. The police walked up, they went into their vehicles, and out the door they went. Out they left, and when I got into the house, I might have had a few steps of walking space between my front door and the kitchen. I had 3 cats. Litter boxes were strewn, thrown on top of everything. My pictures were thrown all over the place. My couch was completely shredded. I didn't even know if there's any parts to the couch. There was a pelican case in my house which had clothes in it, and inside of a pelican case they have foam. I was able to take 2 pieces of foam, and I was able to take 2 pieces of foam and put it together so I could lay down. My backyard, I can't even explain it. I had a greenhouse, and I like planting seeds on my greenhouse. They lifted it up. They stuck it. It's high, you know. They threw it on top of a whole bunch of stuff. It's a $3,000 greenhouse. Okay, so here's some of the stuff they're taking out of the house, which is, let's see here. The Princely Collections portrait, it says. And then they took a guitar. The cops even changed the locks on the house, so they were forced to get new keys, the attorney for the family said. Ellerup said investigators even trounced on Victoria Heuermann's Dungeons & Dragons magic cards, some of which were quite valuable, and they broke her son's guitar. The family is still trying to take stock of the damage. We just got back from the residence. We're making an itemized list of things, said the attorney. Since she just returned home, we don't know the extent of the damage or what's missing, and we'll be in touch with the DA's office. Rex Heuermann, meanwhile, is due back in court Tuesday for what's expected to be a brief hearing. He pled not guilty on July 14th. He is yet to receive a single jail visit from any family members. Huh. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about his family. His wife, AITA Ellerup, she is of Icelandic heritage, 59 years old, living in the same Massapequa Park home. And Heuermann can be seen looking her way in the only photo of herself on her Facebook page. So that's from her Facebook page. It gives little other information about her. The next door neighbor, Etienne de Villiers, a retired New York City firefighter, could only describe her as quiet. His wife was equally mum when she showed up at the Suffolk County Court in Riverhead ahead of his expected arraignment. Please leave me alone. I will not say anything. This is back on July 14th. Then he has an ex-wife. He was 26 when he married for the first time in New Brunswick, New Jersey. A 1990 wedding announcement showed him smiling in glasses and his wedding snap. His first wife, Elizabeth Ryan, was described as a graduate of St. Peter's High School as well as Montclair State College, where she got a degree in business administration. At the time, she was a junior planner at a New Jersey office supply company. Heuermann was just an intern at an architecture company at the time, 4 years before he started his own firm. His brother Craig was his best man. It was not immediately clear when that first marriage ended or why. The ex-wife has lived at her current address for 15 years. And she has been, according to neighbors, split from him at least that long. Heuermann's 26-year-old daughter Victoria was proudly listed as just 4 key members of his team on his company website Friday until it got yanked when the post identified him as the subject. His daughter was pictured grinning in sunglasses without getting a specific title. It also appears to have been a relatively new gig. Her LinkedIn describes her as a sales associate at Macy's until a few years ago. She worked at the Manhattan megastore while studying at the New York Institute of Technology, where she graduated with a BFA in Fine Arts in 2019. And this was on his company website, right here, Meet the Team. This is his daughter. Special needs son. Neighbors saw less of the son, whom some suggested was his stepson. He has a partially disabled kid, a very nice kid, the neighbor said, who does not appear to be listed on the property records. We spoke frequently every day, and this kid is a nice kid, a special needs kid. The guy's been quiet, never really bothers anyone. We're kind of shocked. His parents, according to Rex, proudly claim that his dad, Theo, had been an aerospace engineer who built satellites and also worked as a cabinet maker. He passed on that skill to the suspect, who said he still makes furniture and learned to always rely on a hammer when he needs to persuade something. Oh boy. His father died in 1975 when he was 50. His son would have just been 11 years old. His mother, Dolores, appears to still be alive, but records suggest she's 93 years old. She sold the First Avenue home she raised her family in to Rex the year 1994. Let's see. Then we have an ex-escort recounting a chilling date with Rex Heuermann. A former escort who had dinner with the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer says he got off talking about the victims and spouted information about some of the cases that was not widely known during a chilling dinner that left her fearing for her life. Nicole Brass, 34, went out with Rex 8 years ago to earn money to feed an opioid addiction. In an interview with the New York Daily News, she said he gleefully talked about the Gilgo Beach murders before trying to pressure her to go to a hotel with him. I don't know. I always am very skeptical when people come forward like out of the blue. You know, we've seen it so many times when they're not legit, so I am going to take it with a grain of salt. In a separate sit-down interview with ABC's Good Morning America, Brass said Heuermann had this smile on his face and glossed over a look in his eyes when he was talking about the Gilgo Beach murders, which left her with a really, really bad feeling. My gut was telling me I had to get away from him. In 2015, Brass said she was advertising on websites like Backpage and Seeker, looking for wealthy men to go out to earn money for drugs. At the time I was in my 20s, I was an addict, and I really wasn't thinking about safety. Brass reportedly said she connected with Heuermann through one of those sites, leading to the fateful encounter at the Steam Room seafood restaurant in Port Jefferson. The woman said Heuermann initially wanted to rent a hotel room for them in Nassau County, but she did not feel comfortable meeting him in private, so she convinced him to take her out to dinner instead. In the beginning, he seemed totally normal. He talked about his job and just seemed really normal until he brought up the Gilgo Beach murders. According to the escort, her date first asked Brass if she was a true crime fan, and then he spent a short time telling her about other famous serial killers. Then he said, "Have you heard of the Gilgo Beach murders?" That's when it got really weird. The woman claimed Heuermann mentioned details about the murders that Brass had not heard, despite closely following the investigation. I was following the case, and he mentioned one of the girls I hadn't heard about yet. It seemed like he was talking about it from experience, not a point of view. Brass added that it seemed like the man did not feel sorry at all for the victims and was excited to discuss the killings. It seemed like somebody who really wanted to brag about what they did but couldn't. As Heuermann spoke, Brass said something about his body language changed, the look in his eyes changed, and it seemed like he was talking about the victims, and it was enjoyable for him. She recalled getting the worst gut feeling about him during the dinner date, which she rushed to bring to a close as quickly as possible because she was so scared. Heuermann allegedly tried to talk Brass into leaving her car in the parking lot and riding with him to the hotel room he had booked for them, but the woman refused. He was like, "Leave your car, come in mine." He was very adamant about me leaving my car. Looking back, he didn't want to have to kill someone and get rid of their car. Brass and Heuermann met at the Steam Food Seafood restaurant in Port Jefferson, New York. Brass said she never went to the police with her suspicions because she said she did not have any concrete evidence against him, and on top of that, she was on parole for a drug conviction at the time. I'm a felon and had a history and did not want to get involved with the cops. I think he went after girls who were addicts or who had a record or anyone less likely to talk to the police. When she learned of his arrest, she felt both vindicated and conflicted about not going to the cops after that eerie dinner date. I was like, oh, holy shite, I was right. Maybe I should have spoke to the cops, but I knew they wouldn't listen to me. Okay, hang on one second. Okay. Let me get over here. Hi, Big Bamboo. How are you? Okay, now we're going to talk about this kidnapping in Haiti. Okay. Hold on, I'm just having to enter something in here. So a New Hampshire nurse and her child are believed to have been kidnapped while in Haiti. So let me just get that right now, and we can talk about that. Let me change all of that. We're going to change all of that. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. All right, so this is the come on. This is the nurse. She's the wife of Roy, Haiti director Sandro Dorsanville, and their child were reportedly abducted Thursday morning. An American nurse and her young child were kidnapped in Haiti on Thursday morning, the faith-based organization her husband runs said. Alex Dorsanville and the child, who is not named, were abducted from a Christian campus near Port-au-Prince, the country's capital, while conducting community ministry services. The conditions surrounding the pair's kidnapping were not shared, but the U.S. State Department said it was working towards their safe return. We are aware of reports of a kidnapping of 2 U.S. citizens in Haiti, says a spokesperson. We are in regular contact with the Haitian authorities and will continue to work with them and our U.S. government interagency partners. According to the Elroy's Haiti's website, Dorsanville worked as a nurse in New Hampshire before making the permanent move to Haiti to serve as the organization's community nurse. She had been working as a nurse in Haiti, but she's originally from New Hampshire. The organization runs a K-12 school for Haitian children while providing other services as well. Dorsanville is married to Elroy Haiti's founder and director, Sandro Dorsanville, whom she shares a child with. Alex is a deeply compassionate and loving person who considers Haiti her home, and the Haitian people are her friends and family, said the organization in their statement. The reported kidnappings came on the same day the U.S. ordered non-emergency government personnel and family members to leave Haiti as soon as possible, citing kidnapping, crime, civil unrest, and poor health care infrastructure. The State Department warned that abductions have increasingly become widespread throughout the Caribbean country, with victims regularly including Americans. Kidnappers may use sophisticated planning or take advantage of unplanned opportunities, and even convoys have been attacked. Haiti has struggled to contain violence and chaos as heavily armed gangs drive a humanitarian crisis that has displaced tens of thousands in frequent kidnappings for ransom, gang essay, tortures, and murder. Wow. Hopefully, let me see here. I'm coming back to the chat here. Hi, rough and ready. Hi, painted black. How are you? Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. Do you need a back room for your sarcasm? Because this angers me. You need a back room painted black? Yeah, they're missionaries. They're working in that Christian organization she was working on as the community nurse. Okay, so let's see what else. Did we cover everything that's in the thumbnail? We did. So now everything else is gravy. So let's see what else we can talk about. See what else we have. Let's see. Just trying to see if there's anything else I want to discuss. I'm looking through here. Pee Wee Herman has died. Also, Angus Cloud, 25-year-old Angus Cloud, Euphoria's Fez. I don't know if anybody watched that. He died. His father apparently died, I think, very recently, and they said that he just was not dealing with it well. Okay, so let's look at this. What is this? Okay, this is crazy. The latest craze among wealthy Hamptons types is therapeutic ketamine. Ketamine. That's not that crazy tea, that dry crap that what's her name was throwing down her throat. The one that last year we were covering. Oh gosh, the one that her Dre McRae. Was that what she was shoving down her throat? Oh, this is ketamine. It's a horse tranquilizer. Great. According to a new article in Avenue Magazine, mind-altering substances are the new trend in the Hamptons. The rich are now doing doctor-assisted ketamine, once known in the clubs as Special K, which can be used for mental health purposes. This is great. Dr. Leah Liss, who runs Hampton Insight for Psychedelic Therapy in Southampton, offers comprehensive assessments and guided spiritual journeys in addition to professional psychotherapy. The doctor claims the treatment that lasts 6 sessions in a soundproof room relieves trauma. But this isn't like those mushrooms they're talking about. It's at Johns Hopkins, right? The doc says the process allows patients to drop their ego and rewires their brain to believe that anything is possible. Therapeutic ketamine can help with depression, anxiety, PTSD, and eating disorders. It's not FDA approved. And patients need a diagnosis for treatment. They can't just do the therapy, and the therapy costs $800 a session for fun. I don't know. Martha Stewart is selling her Hamptons home for $16.9 million. $16.5 million last month. According to records That's close to twice as much as its reported asking price of $8.4 million. She turned 80. Oh my gosh, Martha Stewart is 80. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, how is Martha Stewart 80 years old? That is crazy. She's 80. It was the oldest house on the block and a total wreck when she bought it in 1991 for $1.7 million. I decided I had to have it. She put her well-known design skills to work, restoring the home and giving it a classic but contemporary feel. It's an old-fashioned house, but it had a clean, pristine vibe. The house features original paneling and built-ins, leaded glass windows, a glass enclosure porch, teal blue Mexican cement tiling that acts as a dining area, wainscoting, and a marble vanity in the primary bathroom. She furnished the home with yard sale and consignment store finds, including a pink and yellow Venetian glass chandelier in the formal dining room and a collection of antique taxidermied fish placed throughout the house. Interesting. Okay. What is that about? Did you know that a factory sealed 4 gigabyte original iPhone from 2007 sold at auction for $190,373, shattering the recent record of any iPhone auction sale? Wow. The bidding started at $10,000. 28 bids were placed between June 30th and Sunday. That is crazy. Who would pay that? Why do you want that? I might have one of those lying around. That's crazy. Okay, so let's see now what else we've got to talk about. See what else there is to talk about tonight. Okay. Greater numbers of women are dying of alcohol-related conditions, according to a new study. Human remains discovered inside a barrel on Malibu Beach. The homicide team is investigating. What? Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this. Oh, gross. Look how calm the water is. Look at that. It's like no waves. That's really odd, isn't it? Body was discovered inside a barrel in Malibu, California on Monday, and detectives are investigating the circumstances around the death. Los Angeles County paramedics were dispatched to the Malibu Lagoon State Beach. Oh my gosh, these state beaches, it says, I'm telling you, right? And they found the person inside the barrel. The individual was pronounced dead at the scene. The sheriff's department provided few details, saying homicide investigations have taken over the case. The person's gender, age, and cause of death were not immediately available. Wow, okay. Okay, hang on one second. Let me go over here. She posed in Sports Illustrated. Oh, are you talking about Martha Stewart? Or are you talking, yeah, with her bathing suit? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, let's see. Okay. Hang on, we're going to switch it up. And okay, we're going to go to Pennsylvania. Come on. Okay, so the adoptive mother of a 5-year-old Pennsylvania boy who died in February and her husband were both arrested and charged with the boy's murder last week after doctors said he showed signs of horrific abuse and torture. Lauren and Jacob Maloberti of Delmont, PA, were slapped with a criminal homicide for the February 7th death of little Landon Maloberti on Thursday. The Westmoreland County District Attorney announced, and I quote, Landon had blunt force trauma to his head and neck, blunt force trauma to his torso, and blunt force trauma to his extremities. Westmoreland County District Attorney Nicole Ziccarelli said at the press conference announcing the charges. The couple brought the bruise-covered child to the hospital on January 30th after he lost consciousness. The boy died about a week later, according to Ziccarelli's office. Little Landon suffered severe child abuse at the hands of his adoptive family that left him unable to stand, eat, or drink. The parents then launched a now defunct GoFundMe campaign that raised more than $5,000 for the child's funeral costs. A doctor at UPMC Children's Hospital said the 5-year-old suffered 3 brain bleeds and his brain was obliterated, according to the criminal complaint. That's terrible. Lauren and her husband, a 33-year-old corrections officer at Fayette State Correctional Center, waited a full day to take the boy to the hospital and told medical professionals that he was just wobbly from COVID a month prior. Doctors say the child had bruises new and old, evidence of trauma from multiple episodes of physical abuse. His injuries caused substantial pain at the time they were inflicted, with impairment of functioning, including inability to stand, inability to eat or drink, and loss of consciousness, according to the criminal complaint. Landon loved playing with his toy monster truck, singing country music at the top of his lungs, and eating pickles, according to his obituary. But Lauren, 34, displayed a disgusting hatred of the boy, according to interviews and text messages that were noted in the court document. His 5 siblings reportedly told police that she would spank him with her hand and a wooden spoon or spray him with a spray bottle when he would cry, and she would grow more angry. The other children said their mother would only hit Landon because he does not learn his lesson, and the woman's former co-worker said she hated her son and called him hard to love. Texts between the couple from April of 2022 until the boy's death were full of disdain for the child. Lauren once texted that she was going to kill him. Wow. And this was the picture on the GoFundMe. Wow. How did they adopt him? This is crazy. Their GoFundMe said that, "Hi everyone, tragedy struck our family when our precious baby boy went unresponsive. I rushed him to the ER and they intubated him and he's been unresponsive ever since. The outcome is not looking good. As we were in the hospital, CYS took away our parental rights pending an investigation. I'm devastated. We are devastated. We both need good attorneys. My kids are my world. Any little bit helps as we navigate life right now with our new uncertainty. Please help us fight. I can't live without our kids. I'm already losing my boy." Wow. Crazy. Let's see here. Delmont Police Chief T.J. Klobuchar said he never faced an incident like this in the 25 years in the department. In addition to criminal homicide, the boy's mother was charged with murder in the first degree, endangering the welfare of a child, 2 counts of aggravated assault of a child, and criminal conspiracy. Her husband was charged with the same crimes except for first-degree murder. Both were denied bail and are being held in the Westmoreland County Prison. They are due back in court on August 8th. Ziccarelli declined to say where the couple's other 5 children are, though she said they are safe. Tragically, Landon suffered abuse and trauma over the span of his short life. We intend to prosecute this case with dignity and honor that Landon deserves. With the dignity and honor that Landon deserves. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's crazy. Why did she adopt him? Are all her children adopted? I have to know a little more about this. This is horrible. Horrible. Okay, let me see one thing over here. Okay, let me just see if I can find out a little more here about this. Okay, let's see here. See. Okay, so she confirmed, this is the district attorney, the couple's other 5 children have been removed from their care and are now safe. Wouldn't comment on where they were or if more should have been done to prevent Landon from being adopted by the Malbertes. Landon's obituary of that. Landon's biological grandmother, Kathy Scheffler, told police she did not notice any signs of abuse until April of 2022, when Lauren no longer let her see Landon. She claimed Landon told her he was bad and didn't respond when she asked to see Landon over the holidays. Police added Lauren complained to her about Landon telling his grandmother he loved her, but wouldn't say it to his adoptive mother. Scheffler said, "It didn't have to be like this. He was a sweet little boy. He didn't have to die. I just want justice." The Malbertes are being held in the Westmoreland County Prison without bond, scheduled again to appear in court on August 8th. Wow. I don't understand how was he adopted and why? Is this trying to see if why they if there's any more news. Poor kid. Okay. All right. I'm going to just change it up for a minute. Okay. We're going to do a let's not meet. To put a context to my story, I was having a sleepover at my best friend's house in the summer of 2019, like we always did. We were 15 at the time. Hold on a minute. We need our picture. Hold on a minute. I can't find a good one. Let me see. Let me just put okay, we'll just All right, let's do this one. I don't know why they're drinking wine, because they're supposed to be 15, but we'll just have to. All right. She lives in a small village where everyone knows everyone. There was no weird people there, and it was a super safe place. Everyone was kind and friendly. It was about 10 p.m. It was really dark outside. We were hungry and wanted to bake cookies, but they didn't have all the ingredients, so we decided to go to the nearest convenience store. And it was about a 5-mile walk in the dark because there was no street light. We started walking towards the store, talking and laughing about literally anything. On one side of the road, there was a huge church built at the end of the 1800s. It was abandoned, but they couldn't destroy it because it was historical. There's also a huge parking lot right in front that had small orange lights. On the other side of the road, the store that we had to go to was there. When we passed on the sidewalk in front of the church, we heard weird classical music playing. It was like a whisper. We turned our eyes to the parking lot, and there he was. I had goosebumps just thinking about it. There were no cars on the road. Nobody was outside. It was dark and cold. We saw a man, really tall and disgusting. His clothes were ripped, and he looked like he hadn't showered in months. He was dancing in the church parking lot, doing ballet figures to a classical song at 10 p.m. on a random summer night. Now, I'm a little confused because she just said it was dark and cold, and then she says it's a summer night. When we saw him, immediately we changed sidewalks to be far from him. Our hearts were racing as we entered the store. We got our things and went to the cashier. She made us pay, and we were panicked, so we told her about the man dancing in the parking lot. She was confused and went to the window to look out, but there was no one. We were even more scared when we got back outside. Neither of us had cell phones, so we couldn't call her dad to pick us up. We took a deep breath and decided to pass by the neighborhood that was behind the convenience store instead of the main road in front, so our chances of seeing the man again would be lower. We started walking in the dark on the small roads with our bags. We were always looking around us, and once we reached the main street, we almost had a heart attack. The man was there, dancing on the sidewalk right in front of our house. We were panicking. I started crying quietly as we walked back into the neighborhood. My friend told me that she knew some people of our school were living nearby, and we should go to their house, so we did. She just said it was right in front of their house. He didn't believe us at first and didn't want to walk us to her house. It was almost 11, and he looked tired, but I think he changed his mind because he saw us crying. So he put on his shoes, and we started making our way back to the street. We told him what happened, and we arrived on the sidewalk. There was nobody there. The man was nowhere to be found. He walked us to her front door as we thanked him before entering the house and locked the door. We told her parents everything, and they just laughed at us, saying we were being overdramatic and that it was one of the safest villages, that we probably just saw the wrong thing. We're both 19 now. We have no idea what happened that night, but we stopped going out when it's dark. We talk about it sometimes, and neither of us can explain who he was and what he was doing there. Okay, that really wasn't too great. Okay. What's wrong with that? Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's see here. Let's try to get another 1 second. We'll do this and then I'll open up the panel. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's do, I have to start a new. They were in that man's space. Hi, Ruff. Okay. 1 second. This is going to be the best we're going to do right now for the laundromat, okay? All right, here we go. At the time of this story, I was 8 or 9. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to read this story. I didn't realize that this is, hang on a minute. Sorry about that. I just don't like it. Okay, let me just do this now. This is going to be easy. Hang on. Okay. So when I was a kid, maybe 6 or 7, this was the mid-1990s, we took a family trip to the beach in Florida. We were staying at a beach house, a short walking distance from the beach. We went to the beach and I was supposed to stay in sight of my mom, but I wandered way down, and before I knew it, I was lost. A lot of the houses looked the same, and I wasn't sure which one was ours, plus I couldn't see my mom anywhere. It started to rain. I came to a path that I was pretty sure led back to our house, only it led to a house. It didn't lead to a house at all, but instead to a parking lot. There was a big, dirty van parked there. It was the only vehicle around. I was about to turn back when I noticed an overweight woman with brown hair, a hot pink tank top, and those big, clunky, think glasses that were popular in the 80s, waving and smiling at me from the passenger seat of the van. She said something like, "Oh my, it's raining. Where's your mommy? Let us take you to her. It's dangerous for you to be out here in the rain. You could get struck by lightning." She was very friendly, almost overly so. In the driver's seat was a very overweight man without a shirt on, a hairy gray chest, and some clunky-looking gold chain. He was wearing yellow-tinted Elvis shades and staring at me intently. He was also smoking a cigarette, which I knew was bad. The woman stepped out of the van and kneeled down to me. She asked how old I was, and when I told her, she gleefully remarked, "Oh my, we have 2 boys your age at our house. You should come over and spend the night. We've got movies, Nintendo, and in the morning we've got all types of cereal." I had been taught all about strangers' danger, but at this point in my life, no adult had ever given me any reason not to trust them. The lady continued talking about stuff like how the boys had go-karts and they liked to drink chocolate milk. She made it seem very enticing for a 7-year-old kid, and at this point I trusted her. I mostly liked the idea of getting to play with some kids my age, and then I remembered that I needed to ask my mom first. I told her this. She told me that there was no problem, that they just live off the road. My mom shouldn't mind. It started raining harder, and she opened the sliding door of the van and said something around, "Now let's get you out of this rain and go find your mommy." I knew logically that I shouldn't do it, but this lady seemed really nice, and I was desperate, wanting to get out of the rain. As I walked towards the open door of the van, I noticed an awful stench that almost made me gag. This set off alarm bells in my head that something wasn't right. There were cigarette butts all over the floor. I looked up at the fat man who was now staring at me with this menacing glare, and had this really creepy, toothy smile, and his teeth were stained a dark yellow. I could pick up on a very effed up vibe from him. I knew now I should run, but the woman was ushering me to hurry up and get in. Her demeanor had changed. She was being demanding and trying to literally push me into the van. She sounded angry and said, "Get in already," in a tone that was the complete opposite of how she had sounded before. I jumped to the side and started running as fast as I could. The woman managed to grab my arm or wrist, but somehow I was able to break free and run back to the beach. I think she tried to chase me, but like I said, she was overweight. I made it back to my mom, who was freaking out. I tried explaining what had happened to me, but I don't think at 7 years old I was able to convey the gravity of what happened, and I didn't fully understand it myself. That's creepy. Okay, I'm going to start a new Zoom. Let me see here. I did the wrong thing. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. Okay. So let me let me out of here. Hey Jane, stop this crazy thing. Okay. Don't get nervous, I'm coming back. I'm getting really tired though. Really tired. Come on. Where are you, Zoom? Let's go. Abby made it home. I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep so bad. I want to go to sleep very soon. Very soon. Very soon. Tired. Really, really tired. I have to get zip ties to attach those limbs. Okay. To find bigger zip ties. Oh, here's Elle. She's gonna say first.
First.
Second. Okay. So, let's see. Luckily she got away. Yes, White Angel. Lucky, lucky. Hi, Julie W. Hi, everybody. Hi, Barbolson. All right, so what was I going to do? Let me do real quick. Might as well. What's going on?
With me?
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Okay.
Just sitting here listening to you, looking at quilts with Sharon.
You're looking at quilts with Sharon?
We were looking, she was showing me some pictures of quilts. Pretty quilts. They're so beautiful.
I want one with houses or those little wooden Russian nesting dolls.
You want a quilt with Russian nesting dolls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or houses.
Oh. She said she might auction one off.
Really?
I told her I'll buy it. No problem.
Let's see. Daily puzzle. We all can take what is it? Oh. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Oh.
What?
Nothing, just
Oh.
You're so fast.
heavier. Okay, Sharon. Heave, yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Make it Beth. And one more. HIE, you say? No. How about her? Okay, thanks, guys. You helped. And I did it too.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, I've got to go to bed. Let's see, move. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it. Veto, did I do veto? Okay, I'm going to just take health right now. Motive. Very good. Very good. Time I already have. Item. Lisa S. I don't see a Lisa S. here. Oh, I'm in top chat. Where's Lisa Hobbs? I hope she's okay. Lisa Hobbs, I hope you're okay. I haven't seen Lisa Hobbs in a couple of days. I hope she's okay. Good night, Big Mamu. I'm going to be following you, not in a stalkerish way, just going to bed soon. Yay. Okay. All right, that's all I'm going to be able to do tonight. I am exhausted. All right, everybody, God bless. Prayers for all that need them. If you missed the Lori Vallow, you can watch all the victims' impact statements and the whole thing on our video before this, okay? Bye, guys. Hi, Murder of Crows. Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. See you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow.
Bye.